exciting time. We are experiencing a globalization like has never before been seen in the history of humankind. And we're all aware of this. We all know that with new technologies such as the internet, social media, Xbox, television, laptops, that we're able to connect with people so far outside our normal spheres of influence that it's something that's never happened before. And it's pretty cool. But the thing is that as our time and our ability to connect extends so far outside, as we are extending our reach beyond these normal spheres through technology, we're seeing a reduction and a deficit in our ability to connect with people locally. We're seeing an inability to connect with those who are right in the same room as us, to be present with those who are right beside. And we're also losing a tendency to be physically aware of the people who are around us. And this presents a problem because this physical awareness of other people is something that is so crucial to who we are as human beings. Dr. Yvette Hatwell, a psychologist who works with blind individuals, says that dominance of vision seems so complete in normally sighted people that touch appears as a minor sense, which usefulness is restricted to some particular domains, such as the control of posture or the grasping of objects in order to move or transform them. So what she's saying is that for those of us who can see, we really only use our body to be aware of our posture or where our coffee mug is. And I would suggest that in this changing world, we're also kind of using our bodies to and as our spatial reasoning centralizes here in an effort to connect out there, we're losing our body's tendency to connect with the bodies right around us, to reach out and to touch them. You're welcome, Andrew. And so I want to touch people. I want to touch people. And now, of course, by touch people, I mean to touch people in the most respectful way possible, being sure to avoid any inappropriate contact with zones that are not including, but also not limited to, the uvula, the eyeballs, the left pinky toenail, and of course the no-no square. We don't touch those areas. But touch is so important. Now, why is that? Well, I want to try something out here, okay? When I say go, in the next 15 to 20 seconds, we gotta be quick. I want you to find 2 people that you can give a high five to, and 2 people that you can hug. So 15, 20 seconds, 2 high fives, 2 hugs, go.
Everybody come and sit down, please. Y'all go take a seat, please.
And now, I don't know if you feel this, but I feel there's a different vibe in the room after that. Everyone's smiling now before you're like, man.
Up in the front, y'all all go take a seat.
Awesome. Why is that? Well, there's something scientific that's going on there, so let's talk about that. You see, when you touch somebody else, your brain releases a chemical called oxytocin. And this oxytocin thing is a cool thing, indeed. Now, Dr. Dan Mikhail Ellingston, he's a psychologist, he says that the neuropeptide oxytocin increases social interest, it improves the recognition of others' emotions, and it's released during touch. So when you touch people and oxytocin is released in your brain, you become more aware of people's social interests. You also become more aware of their emotional needs. So when you touch people, you become more aware of them, and you can better respond to the things that they need because you're in tune with them. Amanda Castleman, she's a reporter. She wrote in an article for a journal titled The Importance of Touch. She says, friendly touch increases trust in social connections, according to the UC Berkeley research into NBA teams. All those high fives, chest bumps, and butt slaps really do boost performance. So in studying and looking at NBA teams, teams that were high-fiving a lot, that were chest bumping, and that were giving some modest butt slaps, it was actually improving their performance on the court because they really trusted one another. Why is that? The more biological benefits to this oxytocin nonsense. He says that oxytocin also reduces our blood pressure. Can't really argue with that. Nothing more to say about that. It also induces this parasympathetic activity. Now, what the heck is that? Well, imagine it's Thanksgiving. You're sitting at home. You just had grandmama's turkey that she's been working on for 4 days. And it was oh so good. And you're sitting there and you're full. And you're like, oh, sweet Jesus. I just want to sit here and just relax. And this kind of mindset takes place on, I just want to process in this blissful state. That's what happens when oxytocin is released. You enter into the state of bliss, and you just want to sit there and just enjoy what is happening in your body. Now, next thing, it promotes nutrient storage, and it also induces the healing process faster. So when you have oxytocin being a part of your life, you heal quicker. Now, if you're still not convinced, it reduces discomfort in life. So the more you have oxytocin flowing through your body, the more you're like, literally nothing you say can get to me right now because I feel amazing. I'm having parasympathetic activity right now. You can't get to me. But here's the problem. Oxytocin is short-lived. It only has a shelf life of about a few minutes, and then poof, it's gone. So what's the solution? Dr. Richard Dawkins conducted a study, and in this lab, he had wives subjected to electrical shocks, and they were recording things that were happening in their brains. And they found that when they were getting shocked, they were experiencing a lot of pain, but they had a stranger come in and hold their hand. And when the stranger was holding their hand, when oxytocin was being flowing through their brain, they experienced reduced pain. On top of that, they went a step further, and they brought their husbands in. Now, when the husbands held their hand, and they experienced touch and oxytocin flow, they felt an even greater reduction in pain than they did with the stranger. So oxytocin is great. High-fiving strangers is awesome, and we receive all those benefits. But with the question of short-lived oxytocin, when we have people in our life, significant relationships, and we are constantly touching one another, when we are building up the oxytocin levels in our brain, over a longer period of time, we receive greater health benefits that last longer. So it's good to touch people, especially people that are important to you, because it builds up long-lasting trust with them, and you reap the benefits of greater oxytocin. So really, it's kind of simple. If you want to have reduced discomforts in life, if you want to be more aware of the people around you, their interests, their emotional needs, if you want reduced blood pressure, don't know why you wouldn't want that. And if you want to have long-lasting benefits of oxytocin rewards in your brain and in your life, all you really have to do is touch people. Thank you for listening.